Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my gardening live stream, plant live stream. Yeah, whatever we want it to be. So welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Today we are reporting. I have quite a bit of stuff that I got for work. And yeah, let me show you what I got here. So we got new pots. That's great. New pots, big and small. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I got the new pots. Yesterday I got the new pots and I realized they are a little bit too big. I feel like this is a little too wide. But yeah, now we have them. Now I have to use them up. Next time I will buy smaller ones. Slightly smaller, but definitely smaller. Hey, good morning, Per. Great to see you. Greetings to you, also everyone else who's here. Thank you for being here. I'm just checking out the new pots that I was able to buy. Doing this with the books that I wrote, you know, like the independent books. From time to time, it allows me to buy a few pots here and there, and that's what we did here. Later, we will pot a few plants up. Maybe we are potting up this one here. This the Validus. And I want to start rooting it in the local soil that I have from here. Like, check out the soil that I want to use. This is a very mineral, loamy kind of soil. We will be using a little bit of that to root the plant. And I've already filled one of these here with something to keep the sand from running out. So yeah, we will fill that up later, putting it here so we can add the sand when I have a shovel. I don't need much, just filling up this part here, and then I will place the plant here on top of it. This doesn't really have a huge wound at the base, so I think we can root it like that. Hey everyone, do you hear me? I hope I have sound. If not, please let me know. But yeah, got a lot of reporting today. I also got the new coconut fiber. So we have the perfect conditions today. I already started to soak, trying to let everything, you know, check it out. This is going to be maybe a little bit more than 1 kilo of median. And this one here, have a lot of plants that we need to repot in the next couple of weeks maybe. Maybe we're doing a few of the bigger ones too. I have this one here that I would love to see in a big pot. Thank you, Per. Yeah, consider repotting this one. And it's quite a heavy plant. We might have to lean it over, then get rid of the old soil, and then potting this thing up will be quite difficult. And then we're putting them in one of these big ones. Maybe filling it half with coconut fiber, and then we'll see how it likes it. I'm not sure, but that's the plan. Definitely want to repot something bigger in the next couple of weeks. I have a few that I would love to see in a good pot. This one here. This is Bertramiana, a relative of Thaiensis. Yeah, and I would love to have that one in a bigger pot. Maybe this one. Ceransia telegonoides hybrid. Yeah, we will see. I definitely want to get some that deserve it. Maybe the TBM. TBM, we could give it a huge pot and just let it go crazy. Oh, I just saw that the flowers fell down here. That's a shame. Something ripped these down. Something ripped down the flowers. Something has tried eating the flowers. This isn't normal. It wouldn't look like this, you know? That's a shame. I was really looking forward seeing them here. I thought we might be lucky and get some seeds. How about this one? Oh yeah, this looking good. These two were bamboy and pink stripes. So we have successful pollinations with bamboy and pink stripes. That is amazing. Yeah. This one here doesn't look too bad, but could still fall. Okay, yeah, just wanted to have a look. What else could we repot? Maybe the Cuscensis here. This one could get a bigger pot, maybe. I just hate repotting the really spiny plants. Like the TBM would be no problem, but everything that's spiny is really difficult for me to repot. Maybe let's start with the smaller ones. I have this crest here that I have in a relatively small pot, so I want to get that out and want to give it one of the other smaller pots that I also got. Yeah, and everything came yesterday. It's not much, but for now this is great. The last couple of months I was able to repot so much. It was like great work conditions. I rarely have it that I can repot so much, you know, just budget wise. Being able to buy the pots was great. Okay, let me see. Completely root bound. We will have to shaken this other plants. There's other stuff in the pot. This one here, I didn't even see it. I didn't even know that it was there. This is Lamprochlora. Echinopsis Lamprochlora. We will give that one a separate pot too. So I will get a little water. We are watering the medium, like the root ball, and then I will try to break it down. Want to get rid of that stuff. And yeah, that crest could look amazing, but it needs to get a little bit more space, good soil. For a while I wasn't sure what I should do with the crests. Like I had a hard time with crests because they don't flower. Like sometimes, you know, there are these problems getting crests to flower, and that always meant something. Like for me, that was a big problem with them. But in the last years, I have realized I can get them to flower, and even if it's just a revert that I can then, you know, it would be the same from a genetic point of view. So yeah, would be the same kind of genetic plant, like the one plant. I don't care if something is a revert or not. In my opinion, like I had a few reverts from the TPM Zelly hybrids, and they were amazing. Like flowered right away. I like reverts. So yeah. I will try to get this one apart. Just see if I... These are really baked together. I need to put it on the tripod, and then I'm trying it with the you know, with the heavy artillery. I really want to get these apart. Thank you everyone, and also welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So let me see. This is so close together. It's crazy. How can it be so? It's like it grew together. This is a fern. This is a little fern that grew in the pot. Let me see. Finally. Hey, I'm okay. Thank you. Just a lot of stress, a lot of stuff to do right now. I'm doing bookkeeping in between the gardening, you know, reporting. It's quite a lot. Also with the animals. But I'm good, thank you. Hope you are too. Just trying to shake loose the root section of this crest. I know it could look amazing, but this was just on the side. I wasn't sure if I want to keep it or not, you know. But now I decided we will try to get them to flower. Eventually, something will flower. Yeah, this is something that I even consider to sort out. A lot of the plants that we have here, where we have to make a decision if we want to keep them or not, you know. And also, the space is limited here, so some plants will just be root bound. They will get to the limit, and that gives me a little bit more time to figure out if I want to keep them or not, you know. Every year I got to sort out as many as I can. Yeah, I would love to put it in a bigger pot, but the other one, the big one, is too big, you know. This the big size that I got, and that one is too big, so I will try to put it in here. We're using coconut as medium, and when the coconut fiber is gone again, then we will use this one here. Yeah, I have too many. That's why we're sorting out this year. Really sorting out. Question about how to bring the 1 and 2 year old plants through the winter. Yeah, the younger they are, the less frost hardy they are, you know. So if you have very young plants, you really have to be careful that you're not going below the safe temperatures, you know. I had the same experience. The old plants were always okay, but the seedlings were getting frost damage and wouldn't make it. So yeah, means you have to have it a little warmer for them, unfortunately. Yeah, and also I would give the best spots to the weakest plants, to the youngest plants, you know, because they have a little less frost tolerance. They have a little less tolerance against sunlight. I would give these the best spots that I have and hope it goes well. I'm like with the plants right now, I'm in the same kind of boat, because you, like, after growing the seedlings in the first 6 months or so, you have to either let them out in the environment, let them go to the greenhouse, or you can try keeping them another year or maybe 6 months, you know, to kind of make sure that they don't disappear within the first 6 months while you have them in the garden or in the greenhouse. Like it's instantly a different kind of climate, you know, and you have a higher risk to lose the plant. So it can pay off to wait a little longer, have them inside a little longer, and the longer you can do it, the better, you know. It's difficult to recreate the kind of conditions that you have outside in the greenhouse, or inside, you know, like in the house. You need a good lamp, you need to provide the right kind of humidity. It's not so easy. Sometimes outside during the summer can be great. It's just what happens when the temperature, when you get rain, you know, when you have seedlings that keep being rained on for 2 months, that's kind of when it gets dangerous for the little ones. Keep them out the rain. Make sure that when you have them out, that they are covered. That kind of stuff greatly influences if the seedlings survive or not. So yeah, this thing needs to be somewhere where it can stand straight without being disturbed. I want to have that thing root a little. Maybe here. No, it's nothing straight here. That's the problem. Nothing straight here. That's the one thing that I will get when channel has a little bit more pull. Then I'm getting me something like where I can create an even surface here, like easily with a little, I don't know, bobcat, whatever. Some sort of a tool. So yeah, this is a good spot. It will stay here. Letting it here for the next 2 months or so until I have to move it in. And I hope by that time it has grown a little bit of root system here. Yeah, these crests are nice. I like them, but they're also very hard to, like they like to become infected with mealybug. And then when you have them, it's kind of really hard to get rid of them again once you had them on a crest. The crest has this unique shape that just allows them to dig in deep, you know. It's a very, I have a lot of crests that had the tendency to, when you had mealybug, plant got really, really ill. Got to be very careful with them. And this one here, this is the big one that I have. I constantly have to treat it against mealybug because they just love to go at that plant. See, when they, like, this kind of grows here, this is perfect for them. But it looks great, especially when they get bigger, when they flower. So yeah, let's pot up a few of the smaller ones, because those are the ones that are really weak, that don't have so much energy, you know. Just trying to get the tripod right here. Yeah, this is okay. So let me see. We will pot that that Lamprochlora, like Echinopsis lamprochlora. It's a real nice species. Some of them have big flowers, some of them don't. So we just hope that the one that we have is one of the better ones. So this is the one, relatively small plant. Check it out. So sometimes when they come up in ID requests and that kind of thing, check out how early this species has started to pop. Really crazy how early they already started. And yeah, looks a little bit like Spachianus. Also the spines, in my opinion, this looks very similar to Spachianus, but it's like a hybrid, like a small version of it. Or maybe Spachianus is like the tall version of this plant in nature. They definitely share the same kind of spines, like these brownish spines with these swollen spine bases. Yeah, I like it. So I want to have it big, and we will put it in one of these for now. This plant will love it. I've had it with 3 other plants in a tiny pot. So for now, this will be like heaven for it, I'm sure. We have to fertilize it right away in a few days. Maybe tonight, if I get to it. Yeah. Here's the label. This here is a Lobivia that was also in the pot. I'm not sure what it is, but we're putting it somewhere in another pot as a side piece. Maybe here. Little Lobivia in the pot. If the flower is good, we will keep it. If not, it goes on. Will be sorted out. Don't you put any fluke sand of sand through the substrate? No. I don't put any sand in it. Coconut fiber is a decent medium without anything else. But you can, of course, you can add stuff. I mean, you can add pumice, you know, but it doesn't mean you have to. Coconut fiber is a great medium as is, you know, but of course you can always improve a medium. Personally, I don't want to have so many minerals anymore. Most of the medium that I have is relatively organic. We have a lot of issues making sure that they get enough water when the sun is so hot, when we have these extreme summers. We recently had 41 degrees, and that's quite hot. At that point, you have a hard time watering them at all, you know? Yeah, just pure coconut. We will see how it goes. I mean, I've had plants in coconut since 2 years ago, I think already. Last year I reported a few in coconut and they look great. They instantly looked much better than when they were in the pumice, you know? So we will have to make sure that they don't get a nutrient deficiency. That is the big risk that I see. But apart from that, I like the medium. I like it. We would see if it will be used. Like if we have to add something else, then we will do it. We could easily put in maybe 1/4, 1/3 pumice. You can add everything you want to your soil. If a problem arises, you can always react to it. Like giving it a little bit more stability, maybe, might not be a bad thing. So you can always throw in stuff that improve the drainage a little bit. But the one thing that I like about it is that it stays wet for longer. So the more drainage you put in, the more you are losing that. Yeah, it's really organic. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we have more and more problems to actually water the plants enough in summer because it's so hot. So having them in a medium where they actually have a few hours to take in the water is really important. Over winter, the medium is dry. Like in winter, they don't get watered. So that means that you shouldn't have these. It shouldn't be so risky in winter because the soil should be dry anyway in winter. I stop watering in October, maybe, and that should usually let the medium dry out. If that doesn't happen, you have made a mistake. You've watered too late, something like that. How is the pH? I think it's pretty neutral. Like let me see. They wrote something on the package, and I think, let me see if I find one. 5.5. Let me see. I read it somewhere. I'm not sure if it's on this one, but I think it was 5.5. Yeah, here. 5.5 to 6.5. So perfect range, actually. It's pretty, like, the pH level is good. Only problems that I'm seeing is something like a nutrient lockout, where you don't have, where the medium doesn't make the nutrients available even though you have it in it. That we have to be careful about that, because I read about that quite often. And I have one plant that is in coconut that got problems very fast. I fertilized that one a few days ago, this one. You see, it got a nutrient deficiency of some sort, and this happened very, very fast, So you have to be very careful about nutrient situations with coconut. But if I fertilize appropriately, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We will see. We will see how it goes within the first year. If the coconut fiber should be too problematic, then we will replace it with the other soil that I have over there. Or you could just easily change, you could add a few minerals to the medium, and then it would have an improved drainage. You're welcome. Always happy to have a talk. We will see how it goes. The way I plan to run the channel in the future is we're just trying out. If something doesn't work, we will discuss it and we will change the stuff that failed. That's how you always have to do this. I had to make a decision this year. Do I want to really repot all of them in mineral medium? Because I'm the type of person, I don't really want to work with mineral medium on a larger scale anymore. If it's a few plants here, a few plants there, I don't care. But really, mineral medium, you're always breathing that stuff in. And I felt like, okay, if I want to continue doing that the way I work with it for the live stream, like I'm actually working with the medium, then I needed something else. And then we could have gone with the soil over there, and that was not a bad soil. Last year I potted everything in that soil and was great. It's just, I felt like, why not try coconut fiber this year? If it fails, we are changing. That's how you always should react to failure. So yeah, I wanted to put these here into separate pots. These are really good. This is a cool plant. Let me see what it is. Short spine, South Australian short spine, and we will give every one of them a separate pot. I want to have these in separate pots. We could put them in separate pots, or we could put 3 together into one of these. I think separate pots is better, maybe. Allows me to, like, the medium dries faster. When you have seedlings that have skin problems like this one here, that's really important. So yeah, let's keep the pots smaller and split them up. And the cross is South Australian short spine hybrid crossed with Dawson's Pasacana, I think. That's a good cross. I like it. So, okay. I love that we can report right now. I always had didn't have the means to to report, you know? Like, people often ask me how I get my plants to flower in such small pots. And it was just that I had to make it work. There was no other way, because I couldn't afford to buy medium all the time. Couldn't afford to buy bigger pots all the time. And yeah, so I had to learn how to grow them a little bit like hydro. When you have a smaller pot, you have to water them more often if you don't want them to have any kind of deficits, you know, like not flowering, looking bad, skin problems. If you do not water them all the time in small pots, then they will have these issues. So I had to water constantly in summer to get them to a point where they can flower. And yeah, that's a great method that works. It just makes a lot of work for you. Doesn't really give you more time, you know. The fact that I'm now potting in a more organic medium, it gives me more time in summer, where I don't have to be out in the sun, in the baking heat, because it was so hot the last couple months, you couldn't even go out during the day. Like, I could do the live stream in the morning and then it was over. And when you have the plants out and they're in a super fast draining medium, then they get issues. That happens very fast. Okay. Yeah, and this will be interesting to grow out. I really like to have, like, for the future, I want to have a few more of the more uncommon kind of plants that you can have for hybrid breeding, you know, like work with the unusual species. Okay. So, yeah, we will report something else. I would just want to clean my hands that I can maybe carry the camera, and then we will discuss something. I need to buy new labels. We need to write the labels in the next days. Every plant needs a label. But I have bought labels that are just trash. Like the last labels that I got, I tried writing on them and it's not working. So I will buy new labels today or tomorrow. That is the plan right now, because I need new labels for the future. Everything that we're doing here needs a label. Every plant that we're reporting. Oh yeah, here it is. I wanted to take these apart. So I wanna pot a few of these here. These go into a separate pot. I have 2 different types of hybrids in this pot, and I want to fix that. I want to clean that up. This one goes over there. This is Here. Need to write the other 2 labels later. And I think I will write them with a text marker, because writing with pencil on it doesn't work. I tried it, but it didn't work. Ah, there's spider in there. Oh, come on. Every time I'm picking something up, it's like taking the plant out the pot, and then there's these little insects sitting down, looking at me with big eyes, asking me, hey, do you really want to make me homeless now? And then I get a guilty conscience and put it away and report something else. We have to have a closer look at this plant, by the way. This is something that where I'm unsure what to do. So let me show you. This is a plant that flowered last year. One of the TPM Zelly hybrids. Really good. I wanted to actually cut it for propagation this year. But now I saw that the grafting stock that this was grafted on is gone. But it still somehow found a way to actually get nutrients from this thing. Like I feel like it might have dug the roots through the old grafting stock, and maybe might have reached the soil where it can pull nutrients by itself, you know? So yeah, this one here, I would love to actually take off the tip for propagation. The base would then pop again, would be a great way to propagate here. But if this thing is missing the roots, then I will definitely not do it. It's just, it looks so good that I feel like it might have found a way to survive, despite the fact that the grafting stock didn't make it. They are able to kind of to grow through something and reach the soil with the roots. Just trying to feel like it feels like the base, the vascular bundle of the original plant is still there. This feels very firm and feels alive, actually. So, okay. The plan is to actually take off the tip, but I haven't decided yet if we're really doing it, because it's risky if this thing doesn't have a root system where it can get nutrients. Yeah, but if I'm moving this back into the winter quarter, this will also be a huge risk factor over winter. Maybe we should really take it down from the grafting stock. If you're putting something in the winter quarter and you have this kind of old remnant of an infection, you know, or of a plant that you lost, is also a really high risk. We have to see what we do here. Okay, I think we are starting with the validus. I want to place that big validus in a pot so I can start rooting it. This is the one that we had to remove, like that big tip. Here's the plant. Can see it there. And this thing had another arm here that I took off. So now we should start rooting that one, because then we have another plant that we can propagate, another plant that will flower pretty good. It's just a little heavy. But I want to really fill up this pot with a little bit of the local sand here. And yeah, so let me see if I can. I really like this sand for rooting. Always trying to get a little bit, just one layer to put the roots on, to give the roots a reason to look for water. I like to root in sand, but it's not usable for anything else aside rooting. Like if you have rooted a plant in sand, you need to move it out afterwards. You can't leave it in this. It's not a full, it's not a full medium that you can use to actually keep the plant. I've been rooting in this medium for like 25 years, and it's been one of the most consistently good mediums that I've been using. You can also, like, I also had great experiences with pumice, you know. But this is okay. So I believe we'll try to lift the plant into the pot. I will get the tripod, and then I'm bringing the plant, and then we're deciding what we will do with it. There's a limit how many of these I can keep. So maybe at one point I might have to, I don't know, donate some for propagation. It's just that this kind of plant is hard to ship. So it's not something that I could ship to a friend or something, you know, like when you have a cutting, when you have an extra cutting, these are very heavy. The postal service might not even use them, might not even transport them. So, okay. I will get the grabber, and then I will try to lift it into this thing here. Let's do this. Ah, it's full of spiders. Oh, it's full of spiders. Check it out. Can you guys go away? I will put it aside. When guys are gone, we will lift it in. We will get another one instead. I want to get this one out the soil. This could be really good for repotting, but the plant needs to have a full medium. So we will try to get it out, and maybe we can clean the roots or something. Oh, let me see. Oh. Okay. So let me see what we have here. So I wanna water the medium a little bit, and then I'm getting rid of all the grass roots that are in there. Most of what's in there is probably grass. So let me see. I will get me a hammer here. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you something. Like earlier this morning, someone wrote a comment under one of my videos, and he wrote, "I sound like." He told to me, "You sound like the fish in Family Guy." Can you imagine that? The fish in Family Guy? Really? It's one of the worst characters in cartoon history. Please. Yeah, I needed to share that with you. It was really sad state of affair. This was just for rooting. This was just a rooting pot, nothing else. This was filled with the medium that I just shown you, like the other medium that you have seen in the other video. Just sand, very sandy, loamy soil, just for growing roots, nothing else. So now we are potting it in a different medium. Now it goes in coconut fiber. Yeah, it's okay. I just had, I was a little disappointed, you know, there are all these German characters that they could have chosen, but instead they said the goldfish from Family Guy. Kind of sad. But what can you do, right? Yeah, the roots look okay. It's not bad. This would be amazing in a really big pot. So let's fill one with coconut fiber, okay? Getting this one here. Gotta think about where we will place it. I think maybe I will already pot it in place, so I don't have to carry that thing with the pot, because that's going to be really heavy. So yeah, I will put it here. I will bring the plant and the coconut fiber. I have immense issues with the muscle right now. I need to be careful. This could really backfire. I have a hard time holding it. Okay, good. So now we're filling it with coconut fiber. Remo, I agree. I really like. I have only recently started watching all these Comedy Central cartoons, and compared to it, American Dad is even better. You know, I really didn't like that one. I even like the Cleveland show. I've seen the Cleveland show, and I found that a little bit better than Family Guy itself. So, okay, this is a nice setup. This kind of nice. So, cactus. I just want to fill this thing here with medium, coconut medium. Then we will try to stabilize it. I will try to lift it a little higher. Means I will fill the pot now, and when I'm done, I will pull it up a little bit and hope that the medium below will go below the plant, you know, to keep it a little higher in the pot. This is a little deep for my taste. I have bought pots that are just too big. Feel like the pot size is just too much, too high. We will see. I need something to keep it up. How can I do that? How can I keep this thing from falling over again? Come on. I want to get the grabber here. Okay. Yeah, potting it like this is okay. I have cactus everywhere. There's a cactus pressing at me from behind. There's one pressing my arm from the left. I should have become an orchid breeder. This is just too much. But yeah, super nice. We will have an amazing plant here. When this thing is potted up, you will be blown away. We just have to fertilize it appropriately, but this is looking good. I really like it. This is going to be good. I want to make these guys flower. We will get them to flower in my little poorly heated greenhouse. Yeah, and it will be amazing. Will be amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, I will look into it. I've seen clips from the cartoon, I believe, Primal. But I'm not really watching a lot of TV right now, apart from, like, in the morning I sometimes watch Comedy Central, The Daily Show, that kind of stuff is what I'm watching right now. But not much else. And from time to time I catch a little Family Guy. Good, okay. I'm really happy that we did that, because I was looking at the plant and I felt like I should really repot that, but it looks so spiny. So then I have the plant that's beside it. This one here, I would also love to repot. I would also love to give that one a separate pot. But then the whole greenhouse is full. I'm really not sure what to do here. I think I have to sort out tremendously this year. We have to sort out so many plants, otherwise I can't overwinter them. So yeah, okay. Let's have a look at these. I want to have these in another pot. This is my nightmare fuel. This needs to come into a separate pot. This is also a good plant. It's crazy how fast the coconut fiber is used up. I have already used up like a lot. Maybe 3 or 4 from the new shipment that arrived yesterday. Really quite a lot. So, one sludge. If you like classic gardening, you know, like hands touching the soil, hands touching nature, it's not really like that with coconut. I mean, it feels a little different with coconut. So, trying to wash out the medium now. Check out how much of the root system is actually oxalis, taking away space. Oxalis, absolute nightmare weed. Very invasive. Yeah, this would be nice in the new soil. This will give it a little bit more stability. You really see when you're using like a mineral medium, you have to be very careful that you don't get a medium that's just not solid, you know, not stable, that's constantly shaking back and forth. So, okay. This is also a good plant. Echinopsis robinsoniana. Will be interesting to see how big they get, how tall they get. I want to have at least one that's big. Okay. We need to do something here. This doesn't look good. These have some sort of a discoloration, like the seedlings don't look healthy either. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, that's an infection of some sort. Could be from the water, from the repotting. Taking this one away. This one doesn't look good either. I think we're taking this one away too. Let's see. Yeah, we need to make a clean cut here. Let's cut that off. Cutting here, having a clean cut. I have seen this discoloration, and this is something that will not go away. This looks like it's, if you press on it, you can feel it's mushy. If the skin gives in, if you can feel that it's mushy, then it needs to be cut. So here you can see the infection. Gotta cut more. Okay. This will go on the top shelf. Trying to dry this in full sun. And these will go in the greenhouse. Out of the rain, out of the humidity. Maybe they need a little longer. Okay, so I wanted to repot this one here. This is a plant, hybrid by Miss Plant, and really needs to come out medium. Needs to go in a bigger pot. We will use one of the new pots that we ordered, and it will be awesome. Just have to be careful because it has fruit. Where did I put them? Oh, there. We have to cut it out probably. Huh? No, it comes. It comes. Yeah, okay. So we'll try to get rid of the medium here. Trying to loosen it, because otherwise this is such a compacted root system already that it might not be able to take in any more nutrients. Good. So we're going coconut fiber. And I'm sure it will appreciate it. So hybrid from the cross, Huaratsensis crossed with grandiflora. Like last few days I have real issues with my voice. So, okay. And this needs to stand somewhere where it doesn't fall over. I don't want it to lose the fruit. And the fruit is the first thing that the plant will drop if I leave it in a bad spot right now. Good. Okay. Yeah, so the oxalis is absolutely nightmare fuel kind of weed. I really hate it. Impossible to get rid of once you have it in the greenhouse. Stuff catapults itself through the pots and all, you know. So these need to be really broken apart. We will give these guys a real chance now. This is Huasha as father on a columnar. So hybrid with Huasha. Maybe we can get something colored from them, but there's also a high chance that they will come out white, that the flower will look white. So I really don't want to give them too much space. Don't want to single them out too much. We'll keep these together, but we will clean up the ones that are not okay. This one here is not okay. This needs to go. This here might need a cut. taking them apart now separately, and then we're putting them in coconut fiber. I only need 1 or 2 maybe that make it eventually. So this goes away. I hate it. Our pots are going so fast. It's crazy how fast you are using up stuff when you have plants like this. This looks really disgusting. But yeah, now we have a little bit more space for them. They only need to be, like, I will only keep the best 3 or 4. Like if 1 or 2 of them give in, that's okay. We can keep them anyways, but yeah, I want to give them a chance. So they will go into this medium now, and then we will fertilize them later. Got to make sure that this whole thing is stable, that they're not constantly falling over like this. So we will be adding to it from time to time, fixing, correcting the seedlings. I want them stable in the medium. Right now, will take a while until that works fully with this stuff. Yeah, Huasha hybrid with Huasha as a father, and it could be great. Yeah, this one here we could cut down here, could cut below or above, or both. Like you could cut the tip and could graft the tip. You could cut the base and hope that it pops again. But yeah, this needs to be, something needs to be done. Probably I will put it in. We will probably cut this, but we will decide that tomorrow. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to give these a new chance. Let me see. This is Tarmensis is this. Tarmensis. And they're beautiful. They look great. Like Tarmensis has a super nice, unique kind of body. So we should really give them a big pot. But also, they might need to be cut out. So, okay, let's get these out. We might have to cut them apart if they don't come like by themselves, you know. This is going to be really hard work. Come on. I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Yeah, let's clean the medium. What should we do with them? These are all Tarmensis. Tarmensis is a super nice body. They look like Tulhuayakensis. Very similar kind of plant. But yeah, how many do you need, right? I mean, should definitely keep a few. Let me see where we can pot them, in what we can pot them up. Like we could use this here, of course, but that's almost too small already for them. But the other one's too big. We could maybe do one pot for Tarmensis, for nothing but Tarmensis, you know? Need to soak more medium, by the way. Either we have to soak more medium or we're using the soil over there, which is also an option, if you ask me. I consider moving this, like using this. On the other hand, this could be more useful maybe for the smaller plants that are a little weaker. The bigger plants will survive in the coconut fiber. Yeah. We will soak a little bit more coconut fiber. Oh no. So I will get me maybe 2 or 3 more, and then we decide what we repot in the big ones. It has to make sense. Has to be the ones that really have a chance to flower, you know? I want to give, like the ones that we're repotting now, they're usually the ones where I feel like we should push them a little for flowering. 2 more. Already have like, I don't know, 1/3 of the coconut fiber that I got today already used up. We have a really high usage of that kind of stuff, of that medium. But on the other hand, if I would have to buy soil, actual soil right now, it would be so much more of a hassle, you know? I really like that right now I don't have to carry so many big heavy bags of soil. Having them in the coconut fiber, that's pretty good. Saves me a lot of work. So yeah, want to open these, then we're putting water in it, and hopefully this will give us enough medium to pot them here. I want to use that for everything Tarmensis. I have a few different ones from Tama, and we will put together one pot with just Tarmensis. It's an interesting type. You see it very often. You just don't often see it with the right label. Have issues opening it up with the muscles, so I'm trying it with the garden scissor. This is the kind of stuff that's really a lot of, like, where you never really think about what it means if you can't do it anymore at one point in your life, you know, like opening up a wrapper. You never think about it until it happens. Yeah, like we will see how it goes with the coconut, you know. We will look at the plants after the first year. If the plants look like they might need something else, we will change the formula too. I just don't think that there will be many issues with the medium, like if you're using just coconut. Like for the setup that I have here, it could be much better. It's just, but there are certain plants that you can't grow in it probably. Like some of these, like the more stone-loving cacti, Mexican cacti, they might have issues in coconut. But we will try that out. We will see. I want to test it, you know, and if something doesn't work, then it will be great to have it on the channel. that I can actually show why it doesn't work. It's one thing to say that stuff doesn't work, it's another thing to actually show it. So that's why I'm always not hesitant to try new stuff. Worst case scenario, something fails spectacularly, but it's interesting to watch. So yeah, and this will be for Tarmensis. So we will have a look around to look for the others that have the same body. I have a few more, and I wanted to pot them all in something bigger, and maybe we can combine them into one big pot. Oh, I hate it. These here I wanted to have. Check this out. Really unique. See these beige, whitish spines? That's the kind of stuff that I really like these days. Like that I didn't like in the beginning. But the longer I do it, the more I like them. So yeah, I want to have these in one pot. Maybe the Tama on one side here and the others on the other. This is going to be a big pot. That would be enough for them. Yeah. And I also have another one with Tama, with something Tarmensis. I see it in the body. The body of these is very unique. They look like Cuscensis. People would often identify them as Cuscensis, but they just aren't, you know. They're something else. They're a little bit similar, but a very slender plant. If you look at the final plant, it looks different to Cuscensis. Let me see. Here. Wait. This here, I believe. Yeah, this is also something like that. See the beige, whitish spines. They will get into a bigger pot, and I'm sure they will look much better later on. Yeah, they will look good. In the past, I have always kind of neglected them because that's the kind of plant that, you know, it's just not so popular. But the longer you do it, the more you appreciate these uncommon ones. And yeah, now I want to do them justice, you know. They're in way too small pots. So now we are giving them a chance to actually grow. So I will fill this thing up now. Hey Robert, greetings. Thank you guys. Welcome to the live stream, by the way. Great to have you. This hasn't soaked enough yet. We need a little longer here. I'm not sure how much water we need. So I wanted to get these out the pot. Also completely root bound. We will open these up. Watering, everything I do, I water. I don't want to have any kind of dust that I breathe in. Always good to have, like, to work without dust. You never know what's in the soil. So, okay. Completely unhealthy roots. We'll get rid of all of that. I don't want these. We are giving these a new chance. really hate it. I really hate repotting. I hate it like the plague. There's very few things about the hobby that I really hate, but that is one of them. Having to dig around in the old medium to get them apart, not one of my funnest activities. But you have to do it. Otherwise the plants aren't healthy. Should have let them soak a little longer. This is just not fully soaked. I will water it very well to make sure this soaks a little more. Pot size was too big. I bought too big of a pot. These kind of pots, I would love to have them a little taller and a little less wide, you know, because this is going to eat up a lot of soil. So yeah, let's put them in, okay? I don't want to use even more soil here. This is already way too much. So everything that we do not need from the roots goes away. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's in the sludge. So we will just put this one type into the pot. I have decided these are big enough to give them real space. Yeah, and there will only be the big ones here. I will try to position them in a way that maybe I can put something else in addition to them, but this is okay. This is already much bigger than I wanted to give them, especially like in regards to I'm still not sure if I want to keep more than one. It's already a little bit too many. But it's really important to have confirmed Tarmensis, you know? Like that species having one that is a piece that I can use to compare against, you know? I want to have them in the greenhouse so I can put them besides each other when they are bigger. Yeah? And unfortunately, this is going to cost us a lot of space. So yeah, this is nice. I'm already crying if I think about the space that this will take in the greenhouse. Maybe I should put the others on the other side. I can't keep so many. Yeah, I will put this one here, and then I will try to, and I have two types in one pot, the ones like the smaller ones on the left and the taller ones on the right. Both Tarmensis. Both very spiny. Relatively thin and slender plant. Filling up in between, so they're actually covered with a little bit of medium. And later we're singling out. We're only keeping maybe the best one of each. Just at this point, the pot has this size, so we might as well fill it out. How do you tell when the roots are bad? So usually I look at the roots and try to decide, do they look alive? You know, if something doesn't look alive, then I remove it. If something's brown, if something, very often, you know how a healthy root looks like. It should be very fine, shouldn't have little hair and that kind of stuff, And if it doesn't have that, then I usually cut it back. Oh, this one here got forgotten. I apologize. Yeah, this is done. Good. So these will go in the sun and hopefully have a great summer. Needless to say, we have to correct them later. This is just not a firm medium right now. After repotting, it's always important to kind of keep them upright. I sometimes put little stones in between them to keep them where I want them, or I put a different pot in between like this. When I want to keep something up, I do it like this, and later I remove the pot when it's rooted. So, okay. And this would stay out now. For now. Put it aside here. This is too big. These pots are really too big. I need to check out what the new stuff that Succeed has on the shop. I like them. They have a really good selection of stuff. Good seeds, good quality seeds, and also nice owner. Really like them. There's so many plants. Okay, I think we need more coconut fiber. This stuff is used up. I think we will use it up within just a few days. Yeah, so we will use up the coconut fiber, and once that is gone, I will order a new one right away. We will order everything. I could have ordered 2 packs. Like, it would have been $60 instead of 35 or something like that. But yeah, I'm always trying to keep the money together. When you don't have so much, then you have to keep it together. And once you have spent it, then it's gone. So yeah. But this is the kind of stuff that you just have to continuously order, or where you have to order a bigger amount. Otherwise, you will not be able to do much. If we can't repot, what can we do here? At some point, the plants will suffer when they are not repotted. So, let me see. The fish from Family Guy. Really, really disappointed. The fish from Family Guy. So, okay, another one. We'll soak these again. And then we're potting maybe a few of the smaller ones that should go in big pots. I really wanna get going here. And everything that we use here, relatively organic. You see the soil over there, a blackish kind of graveyard soil. This is coconut fiber, really working with more organic ingredients right now. And we will see how that will go. So many cactus growers out there that kind of talk about a medium, organic medium, that it can't work. And yeah, in the last years, the climate has changed so often that it can work now, suddenly, in my opinion. We will see, okay? We will try it out. But the plan is to grow more organically. So, okay. Also got to think about what plans we are doing next for the time-lapse stuff. I've seen 1 or 2 flowers that come up, not many, but maybe we can make something work. Maybe we can find a good one that would look good in a time-lapse video. So, okay, this is nice. So let it soak here, and we will have a look around for flower buds and all that stuff. So these here could be a thing for one of the next time lapses. This one here flowering, and this is also a plant that should come in a big pot. I had already potted it up in it, and it didn't really accept the pot, didn't really go into the pot that well. This one here we repotted yesterday. Check it out. And I'm really quite happy with it. I feel like since this thing is in this pot, it already looks better. New medium, the old medium was just mineral, looked really fast draining, looked too fast draining. So I'm quite happy to see it now. Oh, there's so much stuff we have to repot. This is also Tarmensis. Let me see. I had 2 types of Tarmensis, 2 or 3 even. So let me have a look what we have here. If there's a label maybe. But these could be the same or a different number. I'm not sure. Come on. Oh, there's a label. There's a label. That is nice. Have to get rid of this anyways. Oh no, this is not it. This is not it. This is a different one. This one. This is a hybrid by Rodney here on the side. This one here is a hybrid by Rodney. Let's take it apart. And this goes all into the recycling bin. Every piece of plastic that I have here that I find, it goes into the recycling. Oh, there. I apologize. There's like a family of centipedes that came out of that thing. Oh, I hate it. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. I want to put this aside, but we need to repot that very soon. This plant here, I really want to see in a good pot. But yeah, for now I need to put it aside. I don't want to be the one who makes the family of centipedes homeless. Okay, let me see what else we have for repotting. This one here. Oh yeah, this is good. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see big, get to flower. So let's give this a chance. Like right now my priority is little ones, the smaller ones that will not make it if we're not doing something. What is it? Oh, this is Scopulicola crossed with Chiloensis by Gus Freeman. Really good hybrid. I like it. Want to get rid of the mineral medium here, and then we're putting it in coconut fiber. Oh. Yeah, this is once again needs to soak a little bit more. Maybe we're using the other one. We're using this one. This is also a good medium that I can use interchangeably. In my opinion, like we tried this medium when we were sowing out in winter on the live stream, and it was a great medium. It really worked well. So yeah, using it for other plants is also good. Got to make sure that there's no grass sticking to them. Okay, then we're putting this in the sun a little bit, giving it sun, rain, fertilizer, all that it needs to survive, to be healthy. This is a beautiful type of body, cool hybrid, unique kind of hybrid between Scopulicola and Chiloensis. And you don't see that so often. Hybrid by Gus Freeman, a very good breeder. Also one from the SAB crew. So really nice having that. This was, in my opinion, this was the best hybrid that I have from Gus, like in regards to the body. Oh, I hate it. I hate repotting. I hate repotting like the plague. And it's because of the medium and because of the, like, you're constantly exposed to the fibers that are everywhere. You have to, have to be a little bit careful that you're not breathing it in. Everything that I do, I always put water in the pots, in the medium to make sure we are not having so much dust. Yeah, and it just annoys me that I have to do so much, that I can't just repot. Where did I put that thing now? I've had it somewhere here. Oh, here. This is going to be awesome. Like the plants that we have now that are in the new pots, if just half of them will eventually be big and flower, we will have amazing plants next year. So next one, this is also South Australian short spine hybrid. I like those. I've gotten a few of them in the past. Let's see. South Australian short spine crossed with Dawson's. Something Dawson's. Oh, check this out. You have a little seed that germinated down there. Kind of hard to kind of, when you have different size in a container, that's really difficult to, if we're potting it up now, if we're putting it in a normal pot, that seedling will be gone. Maybe we're trying to preserve it. Maybe we're giving it a chance, huh? Filling up a little pot and then we're putting that little seedling in there. Needs to go in a shady spot, because otherwise this will not make it. Let me see if I can get it out there without damaging it. Yeah, come on, exactly. So, good. I cannot forget to bring this one in, because if you leave that out in nature, it will not make it. I will put that in a bag or something like that. Something to keep the humidity up. Okay. The medium that was used here, I don't know, this looks like quartz or something. There's definitely pumice, but also quartz. I hate it. I hate it. Really bad medium. So let's get one of these. And honestly, I'm shocked to see how fast we are using them up. It's just, it goes like the stuff comes in, and within short days, within just a few days, it's gone again. Really shame that we're using up so much, like just potting up, just with keeping the plants that you have. Already you are so busy. You see how many plants, how much work it is just to have a few plants. Like if you have to repot all 2 years, oh my God, I think we're getting rid of a lot of plants this year. I'm not repotting so many. I will not be repotting so many anymore. The stuff that we're reporting now, we will only keep the most beautiful, like the best 1 or 2 of them, like in every pot. Just putting a few more together now because like the pot is there, like the pot size, it has, if I can get a few more in one pot, then it's okay. At some point we will have to make a decision. This here needs to be removed. Apparently this has popped from a little base piece here. So by removing the infection here, it should be okay. Of course, then we have an open wound and have to be careful that that we're not having a infection at the wound. But basically this is okay. The two side parts will continue to grow even if we lose this part on the side. Ideally you have this in full sun callousing for quite a while, for good months. But right now, I mean, it's so hot, we will just put it out, and if that side piece is gone, then it's gone. It is a separate entity of the other one. Like when you have a plant that pops, then there's definitely a little bit distance between them. An infection can spread between like 2 different pups, you know, like the pup and the main plant. You can have an infection that jumps into both directions, but it doesn't happen so fast. It happens rather slow. Infection also has to do with how healthy a plant is, and if you have a healthy plant, sometimes the infection can jump from the pup to the main stem, and I use that sometimes to give it a chance to risk it. We will put that into full sun, and then we will see. Fertilizing has to be done here because the medium is basically without nutrients. I keep saying that because if people use coconut fiber, it can't be used in the same way you use classic garden soil, which already has fertilizer in it. There is coconut fiber that already has something added to it, fertilizer, but I wouldn't handle it like this, you know. So this comes full sun. South Australian short spine hybrid. Let's put it here. No, let's put it here. Okay. Yeah, I like what we do. Like that's a system that you can see. We are slowly but steadily having a little system here. Oh, I wanted to discuss something. We have to sort this one out. This is a plant that I have to sort out. Check it out, and it's a beautiful one. Hybrid between Wörlitz, Candicans, and Buena Vista. And when I'm sorting it out right now, I really hate to do that. Because I haven't seen any kind of offspring of the plant. This could be one of the best parents that I have. But I have 3 of them. I have 3 plants, all 3 survived. So we might have to at least sort out 2 of them. And I have this one here in a very small pot. I'm just not sure if I even want to keep it, you know. That's why this plant hasn't been repotted. It's one of the plants where I'm not even sure if I want to keep it or not. So yeah, that is on the list of plants that we might sort out. Then this one here is on the list of plants that we might repot. So let me move it out. I want to have a look if what's going on here, if something lives in the pot. Oh! No. I apologize, my friends. So, okay. Let me clean this up first. I want to get rid of the greenery in the root section. Then we're deciding what we do. This is Bertramiana, Sörensia Bertramiana now. And it's a cool it's a cool species. In my opinion, this is one of my favorite kind of species in nature. And having one that is flowering would be amazing. So we should really repot that in the same way we repotted this. I can see this growing in a very similar pot, you know, giving it a full chance at flowering. So yeah, there's a little spider back there. I don't know. We will see. I will leave it for now. But this is one of the plants where I consider to put it in the pot in the next days. Then this one here I wanted to lift up again. We have to clean this up. Have to get rid of the weeds. This is a Cerenzia formosa. Cerenzia formosa pulcherrima. A really cool Cerenzia. I like this one. Also one of the plants that we should consider working with. Having a flowering size Cerenzia formosa could be amazing. Just gotta get the spines out of my fingers before I do anything else here. Good. Yeah, also one of the plants that should be repotted maybe. Could also be potted in one of these smaller pots as long as we are repotting it. Then I have this one here that I wanted to discuss. This is Cactus, a hybrid by Robert Gräser between Cactus and Echinopsis. And I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not. Like the flower is really small. Can't really be used for much apart from just having a classic hybrid, you know. Cactus Echinopsis hybrid. The flower looks unique. It's really interesting kind of plant. Hybrid from the 1950s. But I think I can't keep that kind of stuff. If I would keep it, I would have to repot it now. This would have to come out of this soil. Yeah, let's put it aside. I think I'm sorting this out. Putting it here somewhere. I don't want to repot it again. It's the kind of stuff that is a classic. And there's so many of them around. And I'd rather have the original stuff that only I have here. Yeah, which one do you mean? The beast. The one that we just discussed over there, that other one. It's a really nice one. I would love to see that one also in a bigger pot. Have so many bigger ones that we should repot. This one here we could maybe see. Yeah, I think we're repotting this. Is there something living on it? No. Yeah, we could repot this one. Would love to get it out of the little pot here. Yeah. Using maybe one of those. So these are the other ones that I wanted to bring, that I wanted to repot. Moving all of these out. And then we're filling that. Maybe for this one. I want to have more plants that are flowering, you know, that are stationary. So this one is also a plant that I would love to pot in. But it's really heavy. Kind of hard to handle. I think maybe we're cutting it to size a little bit. I could maybe remove it here. And then we have a more manageable kind of piece. This is a little bit going into two different directions at the same time. So yeah. So this goes into the recycling bin. Okay. Where is that plant, by the way? Where did I put that pot when I put it aside again? There's so much stuff that's here. I want to retire. I want to retire and sit on my horse and ride into the sunset. It's time. I just feel it. Yeah. I don't know where I put it. I will put the label here. There were a few plants in one pot, and this is the label for one of them. No idea. Chaos reigns. and I love it. Yeah, we will see. I will put it here on the desk. If I'm looking for the label, it's here. Yeah, let's fill it up. Let's put that thing full of medium, and then we're putting the big plant in it. Will be interesting when I finally have a few plants repotted that I wanted to repot for a while. And that one, the one that fell over, this is an amazing plant. It's a really good one. So it's time to repot it. We could maybe give it a nice spot, like a permanent spot in the center of the greenhouse. I would just have to fertilize and water it. So yeah, let me put the camera on the tripod, and then I'm trying to bring the big plant, trying to get it out of the pot, and then we're knocking the medium out the roots, and then we're putting it in here. I could also maybe carry the pot in the greenhouse already at the spot where I want to move it, you know, so I don't have to move it with the plant, because that is an issue for me with the mussels. Here's a plant that I would love to repot. Here's one that I would love to repot. The TBM I want to repot. Let me have a look at this one. Yeah, we should maybe repot the TBM. Oh, there's a spider living there. They're not. Then we're doing it sometime within the next couple months. TBM will be one of the next that will be repotted. I want to have that thing in a huge pot where it stays in center of the greenhouse getting full sun, and I will let that thing grow as tall as it can get. I want to see how tall it can get. Yeah, and that thing will be getting a huge pot. So okay, let's put that one down. This also was something living. Can't you guys? Don't you have a home? Don't you have your own home? We will repot that in the next days when the guy is gone. Then we will repot that. We'll go into a big pot like this. I will make sure to keep one just for that plant. So this one could get a big one. I'm not sure what to do with this. Also, this has one of these. Check out. The other one has infected another plant here. I had this outbreak of a Erwinia that I filmed this week. And this looks like it too. This looks very similar like the other one. I would love to have this one in a big pot maybe. This has been repotted last year. This has been repotted. This one could be great. Thank you very much. I'm doing my best. Having a lot of health issues, so I'm really happy that I can make it work, you know? Really happy that they're this healthy with the limitations that I have. So yeah. This one's too heavy already. There are some plants that I would love to repot, but then we can't move them anymore. Like this plant here, when I pull it out there, then I'm not sure where to put it. We could get it out the pot, maybe knock it out the medium, but this is a big plant already. I'm not sure. Oh, this one. We will. Let's move the flying saucer. Flying saucer is in need of a big pot. That's what we will do now. We will get the flying saucer. Gotta make sure that there's nothing in there that has a big family, big spider family of 4. Little Timmy's become homeless because Patrick wanted to repot. Yeah, this is good. We are repotting this one. This is flying saucer, big plant. We are repotting that because I wanted to have that in a medium, like in a pot, in a big pot, you know. I need to get the tripod. Then I'm trying to get that one out of the pot. So let me see. Also, greetings to everyone. Thank you for being here. It's really time to get the flying saucer plant into its own big pot. Gotta move the plant out here. I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. So, let me see if we can get it out. Maybe with a stick. Trying to push them out, but this is too hard. I wanted to repot the plant when it still had the main shoot, but I couldn't lift it. Oh, nice. Nice. Now we have it out. So now I want to water it. Want to water it a little bit. And now we're getting rid of the medium. Look how root bound this is. I wanted to repot this plant for a while, but it was too heavy. I couldn't lift it anymore. Everything I do, you know, I need to, like when I'm doing stuff alone, there's a limit what I can lift. So, and that is okay. I can live with it, you know. I don't need to. This is not poor little me. It's just I have my limitations, you know. So having them portable, in a portable way. Oh, there's a spider. I apologize, spider, for making you homeless again. I will put that in a new home, okay? I apologize, little spider, for I haven't seen you. Otherwise, we would not have done it. But yeah, now it's done. I will get a pot. And then we will fill it up here. I will put in the medium that I have, like the graveyard soil that I still have left. We will use that. Oh, come on. Everything's crooked here. I hate it. Everything's crooked and I hate it. Good. So I will try to lift the plant into the pot. Yeah, okay. We can make that work. It's okay. Yeah, and I will fill up the rest here. I can't use a trolley here. Everything is going up and down. This is in the middle of slopes, you know, like this has a huge difference between up and down. Everything that I can't lift, I can't lift. It's a tough life here. Life is really hard, honestly. Like everything has to be done by hand. When you're shopping, when you buy food, you have to carry it up. This is a hard life here. All my life has been fighting. Just basic. Getting the groceries to the house is already a struggle here. So yeah. Maybe later we are we are flattening the area a little bit, you know, giving me a little bit more walk space to work, because nothing is level here. Nothing, absolutely nothing. In order to clear out the spot, you would have to like move huge amounts of soil or of ground, you know. Kind of hard. Yeah, all my life was fighting. It was really hard. I mean, when you're poor, you're kind of playing life on hard mode a little bit. Like everything here with the land, if I had money, I would just buy me a little machinery to even out the land, you know. But it costs a bit, and you can't really rent it where I live. You have to bring it up into the middle of the forest. It's quite difficult. Good. So now we have reported the flying saucer. We will later correct the position of that, saying we will give it a completely straight. I will try to move it towards the center, get it a little straightened out. It's just right now there's a spider down there and I wait until it's gone. Yeah, but I'm happy with this. And this is Tarmensis, pot of Tarmensis seedlings. And they also have to be corrected on the regular basis here. Otherwise they will fall over. And I want them to be somewhat straight here. Good. This mealybug. Yeah, you can only do the big ones in the morning, you know? Like when we're done here with the live stream, then I'm really done. I'm going to sleep for 2 hours or so. This really, yeah, it's a real job here. Okay. So let me see what else we can put in a big pot. This one here we could put in a big pot. Looks really nice. This one here I consider to repot because it's not doing well the way it is right now. Maybe let's get it out here. Let me see what's going on here. But yeah, no surprise. Also looks like a bad medium in general. This is just a little bit of pumice. Nothing else really. A little bit too much clay. I don't like it. We will get rid of the medium here. So I want to water it. Always watering the medium to keep away the dust. This will go into one of the other pots, like the smaller ones. They will be big enough for this kind of size for now. Yeah, this is good. I'm really happy that we're getting rid of the old soil more and more. I want to have my own soil that I'm comfortable with. Yeah, it's not big, but it's big enough. Change of medium might not be a bad idea here. Let's use this one. The coconut fiber is used up, and I don't want to make new one. We will do another load of coconut fiber tomorrow. For now, we will use this soil here. And yeah, will give me a little indicator how this kind of a plant likes this kind of a soil. Really black soil, rather organic. Got to clean up already. Want to clean up a little. This is going to be for tomorrow, where we will soak the medium again. This here would be for this. Where's the grabber? Yeah. This pot we can use. This goes in the recycling bin. What's this? This goes also recycling bin. Recycling bin. This goes in recycling bin because it had mealybug in it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would love to have put this in a bigger pot here. This is just too small for this kind of a pot. Let me see. We could put it in the same pot again, just with new medium maybe. This is a little bit bigger than this. At least it feels a little bit bigger. Let's see. And I want to get rid of the ones on the side. It still has too much of the old medium on it. Just... Oh, I hate this. Come on, man. Crazy that you can water a medium like this for this long and it's still dry in between, you know, inside. This tells you all you need to know about the medium. And there's still grass on it. I need to take a break with the muscles. I hate it. It's still dry. It's crazy. I've just watered it. To stop the grabber handle coming off, use elastic bands so the wire is held tighter. Thank you. I would try it out. I would try to do that. This thing here, you mean, right? Somehow that thing always comes out, always falls out. Okay, now. Repotting in grass, I hate it. I hate it. Every time something's sticking to the plants. Okay. So let's get the other medium here. I will move this plant right in the greenhouse because it will not be stable enough to be out, I think. This needs to lean against something now, and I don't feel like I can keep it upright enough outside. Let me see, maybe here. No. Yeah, maybe like this. No. We could put it here against the flying saucer. But I really have to keep an eye on it. This can't fall over, and it will try to fall over because it's just not rooted in now. So we have to keep it straight. Gotta be careful here. Also gotta make sure it doesn't pose an injury risk for Mika and Kami. So putting this here. Okay. Good. Now these, I want to get these out. for the end. Yeah, that grabber thing is super amazing. We will build something at one point that's perfect for cacti. This here is a mason jar holder, and they are great, but not perfect. One day I will build me something specially designed to hold the cacti, to grab the cacti, repot them. I have a few ideas that I would love to put into motion. So we will see. Having a nice cactus grabber would be great. So we will cut them out the pot here. Let me try getting it like this. What a bad medium this is. This is sand. Ah, nah. I will not have that in my garden. I will not repot that into my garden. This looks like completely white sand. This is completely without nutrients. I hate it. Okay, one. Oh, come on, man. Everything is crooked and I hate it. Would be the title of my autobiography. Everything is crooked and I hate it. Good. This will go in the trash. Just letting the water run out. We are putting in a little bit of this medium here for the tama. The seedlings are tarmensis also. That is a plant that I want to have more of in the future, so I'm potting these up intentionally. I really want to see how they will turn out. So using a little bit of medium here for them, giving them a little priority. Hey TJ, greetings to you. I'm a little overwhelmed with everything. I hate repotting on this scale. It's just a lot of work, and it's super hard for me. Moving the heavy plants and all, I hate that. So I will put that into this medium now. We are going into the opposite. We're going from a super fast draining medium into a super organic medium. The reason is they are dehydrated, incredibly dehydrated, and I want to go totally different approach in the future. So let's put these here. There's quartz in there too. And get rid of that. Yeah, exactly. The pebbles and all. Pebbles completely devoid of life. Can't really use them. They're not really storing any nutrients, you know. Like when you're putting in something like quartz in the soil, it only makes it worse, in my opinion. I mean, you can put something in for drainage, but that's it. Okay. Let me get the medium. This is coconut that I just had lying around. Can use that to maybe spread it in between them a little bit to give them stability. So yeah, and this also tarmensis. I'm not sure how many of them we will keep, but not many. Maybe one or two of each. But for now, I might as well put them in the pot together. And next year we will pick some that we will use for grafting, and we will pick some that we will keep for flowering. That I just want to have to let the plant go big. Here's the pot, by the way. This was solid quality. Like in the past, when you bought these kind of plant pots, you got really good quality. Today, what you get is a lot different. The plastic that I'm having here, this is good. But if you're buying the classic wholesale wholesale quality that has really suffered in the last years, has become worse and worse, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, so this is the result of our work here now. I'm quite happy with it. I'm just tired right now. I need to take a break, need to sit down. I have issues with the muscles right now. I need to take a little break. Oh, I hate it. Yeah, the shorts are, check it out. This is the only kind of short that I still had available. I need to put a machine like clothes together that I'm washing. I have so many clothes that I can really wait until I have a full machine, you know. But it's at one point you're coming to these kind of clothes that look a little bit more hilarious than the others, you know. Yeah, I wanted to move this one. I wanted to definitely root this plant. But this is a good spot where it is right now because it gets light, but it doesn't get the sunburn light. So maybe we will keep it for now. It is already rooting. I already placed it on the soil, on the ground. The plant will start to form little roots over the summer. And maybe in a month or so, we will move that into the greenhouse in something like this. The medium will probably be this kind of a sand. But if not, we could as well use pumice, washed pumice. We could use coconut fiber. We could use just classic sowing soil. Sowing soil will work too. Yeah, okay, good. What else? Oh, I wanted to have a look at this here. Let's look what we have here. Have you had a coffee today or a nice cup of tea to relax? I've had coffee, but it didn't relax me. Definitely didn't relax me. I'm having too much stress right now. I need a long kind of break, you know? Like the kind of break that Jürgen Klopp had, you know? A few years where you can really take time to heal the burnout. I need that. So I wanted to remove this. This is a grafted piece here, grafted plant. Check it out. And I just wanted to, for one, remove the grass. That is the one thing. And I also wanted to remove the pulp, like the pulp from the grafting stock here. And this could even be a cool plant if we're growing it out. In the past, I used to graft on really good stuff. So we will take that one off and root it separately. Maybe it has a big flower. Some of my grafting stocks have turned out to have a huge flower size. So yeah, since I've seen that, I'm a little bit more interested in seeing what comes from them, letting them grow to flower. So yeah. Oh, then I got a question about the broken terracotta stuff here. Someone asking if I'm using that as a medium. I do not. I just put it here because I didn't know where else to put it. Wanted to have it out the way. This will go in the trash, probably in the garden, you know. You could use it to fill up a big pot. If you really want to fill up something, you could use these at the bottom for when I'm putting soil into a pot, into a big pot. They sometimes have these huge drainage holes at the bottom. There you can see them. And you can sometimes use that to keep these holes from giving away all the medium, you know, when you're filling it. They still allow drainage, something like this, you know. Then you fill the soil on it, but this will have a little bit more risk for injury when you're repotting. So yeah, you can do it like this. I think I'm using it up like that, so I have it out of the way. I don't want to dump it in nature. Yeah. So let me see. Here's another plant that we should repot. Like this one here. I would love to put in a big pot. But like it has a too small rootstock to put it in something like this usually. I would love to have something middle size, you know, but I only bought very small and very big. Maybe here. This is a plant that I consider to repot maybe tomorrow. So we would really remove the medium, knock it out the pot, get rid of the medium, and then we would maybe use coconut fiber. Really want to have more organic soil with them. They have flowered better with the more organic soil. Good. So I think we have enough today. Is crushed terracotta useful as substrate? Yeah, that was a question that I got. And in theory, you could use it. I mean, it's probably not much different than Ceramis. Ceramis being one of the hydro mediums that you can get. And it's basically broken, expanded clay. So you could theoretically use them. But it would have to be fine, you know, you would have to have the right particle size, and also you would have to have other minerals in the medium to keep them healthy. I think if you would just use that and nothing else, it would be too fast draining. You know, like when you're using something like this, the water will just run through it. You can throw that in as an add-on, but nothing, you know, like a sole medium. Yeah, so we will repot in the next days. We will repot more, and that will be the plan in the next days. I will try to find plans for repotting. And I have maybe 10, 12 pots of the big ones, and I really want to make sure that we are using them wisely. So I will really walk through the collection later and try to think which plants would be the most important to repot. Yeah, I have repotted a lot that you see here on the right. A lot of them have been repotted recently, but not all. We could, for example, repot this one here. This one here could be repotted. This one I do not want to repot. It's already healthy. It's flowering. This will do well. I will mostly repot plants that will eventually flower, you know, to really give them a nice glow up. This one here is on the plan, is on the list of plants that I want to repot. Maybe a few Thaiensis. I really want to push Thaiensis as a species. This one Thaiensis too. I really want to get a few Thaiensis to flower here. We will push these kind of plants. Everything that's special, we will try to get to flower here. Yeah. Going a little bit away from the columnar, from the normal classic columnar cacti, now we have a unique chance to really show them, you know, to really let them grow. And I'm sure we can get them to flower too. Like the one that we repotted today, this one there, Verdamanianus. I know we can get that thing to flower. Give me 3 years and then that thing will be full of flowers. We are pushing it from now on. Needs fertilizer all the time. Yeah. And then maybe in between you can. This was a little bit wasting in regards to the space. I would have loved to have a smaller pot that's just taller. But yeah, that's what I bought. Sometimes I thought about the right dimensions and I thought the bigger the better. The bigger the better. And eventually, I mean, you see when they are going so wide, then you waste immense space in the greenhouse per plant. How many flowers are on that one on there? Like 10? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Something like 14 or 15 flowers. Check out the pot size. See the pot size? I'm just showing it to make sure everyone gets that pot size only matters something if you do not water and if you do not fertilize. If you have them at a small pot size, you can still make them flower. You can still get them to flower. You can still get them to thrive. It just the bigger the pot, the more energy the plant can store when you're not doing something. And it's sometimes good to have a little pause in between. And when everything is in a tiny pot, it will be dry within short time, and then you have to constantly water. And that's why I'm moving more towards the bigger pots now. I'd rather have fewer plants, and the ones that I have in bigger pots. Any reason why that one flowered so much? Good question. I have watered it more than usually. Like in the last year, this is a plant that I almost sorted out last year because the flower size was so small. I was disappointed with the flower size, so I put it somewhere in the corner. And yeah, I think I watered it a little bit more often than usually. The water really plays a big role in the flowering. And the more water you give them in the beginning, the more likely it is that they will flower. Yeah. So this one here with the fruit, that is one that we should repot too. It's also too small of a pot. Hasn't been repotted in forever. But you see the problem that I have. When I'm using this kind of a pot size, the greenhouse will be full when we have 5 plants here or 10. That is really a huge issue. Okay, this is enough for today. I like what we did. Really nice. I really can't stress enough how proud I am that so many of the plants are looking the way they look. With the poor setup that I have, with the low budget that I have, you know. Yeah, this is great. I enjoy what I do here. There's a lot of stuff that I would change if I can, you know. We would build a bigger greenhouse, taller greenhouse, maybe a few shelves, bringing the plants higher up. That's the kind of stuff that I would change if I had more budget. But with what we have here, this is good. This is okay. Okay, guys, this is so this is the end. I will do more videos later. I already filmed a video this morning, so there will be stuff coming today. I will also continue filming time-lapse videos again. So yeah, maybe I will upload a video, but I don't want to blow them all out in one day, you know, or in 1 week. I thought about posting one every day, but then I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe I have to split them up a little bit that, you know, that they are not gone again right away. Thank you, everyone. I greatly appreciate it that you spend time with me. Thank you very much. I'm always thankful to everyone who spent time with me here. So I'm wishing you a great day. Thank you. Until tomorrow, same time.